the title screen now. Stupid title screen. So this is East 5, Lost Kefin, Kingdom of Sand. This game is clunky, but other than that, it is fun and overall quite actually good, but as long as you can get past the clunkiness, it's pretty damn acceptable as a game. So in this game, unlike the Steam ones and such, you can't just hold the cancel button or the jump button to advance text. No, you get to do good old-fashioned mashing. And you get to mash a lot throughout the game. So a black bar has randomly appeared, and for some reason graphics glitches are happening. What is this? Hang on. There we go. Don't know what that was about, but, you know. I've never had that happen before. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. We'll deal with it another time, I guess, if it keeps happening. Okay. What I'll do, when I get a chance, I will move windows about, see if that's causing it. So yeah, basically, story of this is, we come to Kefin on a boat, it didn't crash. And we are here to explore, and to find the city of Kefin. Lost City of Sand, which was a kingdom of alchemy. So for now we just have intro cutscenes. There'll be lots and lots of cutscenes. So yeah, get comfortable. Right, I don't normally do this, but for marathon safety, I am going to go this way. I wish this audio, or this video glitch would stop happening. I've never had this before. Great. Right. Hopefully that'll stop it. But yeah, so that was just a healing potion. It heals 60% of your HP. We'll be using many of them. Oh, it's that. I see. Right. That should have solved it. Right. Sorry about that. So, I don't buy a sword before I leave the town here. Even though we have the money to do so and such. Just because it is cheaper in the next town. And I prefer to do it this way and get my EXP in the cave afterwards. So here we examine this tablet and it's like, oh, there'll be a adventurer with flaming red hair and he'll bring calamity upon the village. And we're like, okay. Forgive me for not knowing the story of this game all that well, considering it is in Japanese. Sorry, there will be occasional audio stutters until I fix this issue. Okay, there we go. Alright. So, I buy a shield here because it makes a couple things easier. Significantly easier, in fact. But to buy the shield and the sword that I plan to buy, I need to sell one of my heal potions. So, we do that there. We buy this sword here. This is the second sword in the game. But we will not be getting many of the swords in the game. Actually, I guess we'll be getting most of them. It's just like, there's a couple we don't grab, and there's one that we don't use for very long. Armor-wise, we won't be grabbing much of anything at all until the very last one. We'll grab the final armor and the final shield, and we've got the first shield already. Those are the only ones we buy. Or those are the only ones we use at all. So now we are equipped to fight and kill people. And by people I mean monsters, because why would we ever kill people, right? We're good adventurers. Stats? Oh, I'll tell you about stats as soon as I get a bad level up on my first level up, which is almost inevitable, right? Because it's a marathon run? First though, I'll talk about movement a little bit. Movement in this game is awkward, to say the least. If you jump, you have committed to a full jump, and you cannot change your speed or direction at all, and you can only jump in the 4 cardinal directions. So we're just gonna stab this guy a little. Hello? I'm just gonna let that, disappear on its own. Be safe. Yeah, nobody plays 5. So here is the item shop girl, who is here. But, so we're saving her, but this little kid's like, yo, we should explore. So he goes explores, because what's the worst that can happen, right? Right? What could possibly go wrong? And he gets attacked, as is standard. So I messed up a jump there. Jumped too early. One of the interesting parts about East 5 is that whilst the game, or whilst the screen loads, you can move before the fade in. And it makes it very important to know which direction you're going next when you're transitioning screens. Otherwise you end up in a situation where you waste about a second waiting for the screen to fade in so you can see where to go. And no, there is an English translation. The English translation's text scroll is awful. It is about half as fast as this once you factor, or it doesn't scroll like half the speed, but when you factor in the fact that there's far more characters because it's English, it scrolls very, very slowly. And this game scrolls slowly enough as it is. It's just not worth dealing with at all. So I don't. I write in Japanese instead. Because there's not, like, much that you need to know it for. Right, just to stop myself getting screwed over before this boss, I'm gonna save before I kill this enemy. Because I don't want a bad level up. Okay, good. Right, so I got 140 health there. Basically, when you level up in this game, your stat gains are random. Oh. Between 4 different stat gains that you can get. There is the disaster level, as I like to call it. Wow, how is that hitting me? There is the okay level. Wow, how are these hitting me? Is it because I'm too far to the left? There is the good level. Oh fuck, I died. Well, Oh, there goes one F-bomb. Sorry about that. So I don't know why the laser was hitting me. It usually doesn't. It doesn't matter. I quick saved. This is why we quick save. Okay, now I'm on lower stats, so let's go. This boss is actually one of the hardest ones in the game, to be honest. Because this attack here, well, the hardest boss to go fast on, at least. And the fact that he actually deals significant damage to you, which most of the bosses in this game will not be dealing that much to me. To the extent I'll be able to just hit trade most of them. But as you can see, I'm doing significantly less damage now. As you can see, the laser didn't hit me that time. I guess I was too far to the left for some reason. Not gonna lie, I didn't even know that affected whether you'd get hit by that. I haven't done that many full runs of this game. I've mostly just practiced the tricky stuff. To get good enough to complete a run decently for this marathon. Okay, so that's the first boss dead. We're on pretty bad level stats right now because gaining 30 HP from a sword level effectively means you got the disaster level up. And I got one again. Awesome. That's 2 out of 2. What could possibly go wrong? Luckily, disaster levels don't matter for the next boss much. Because the next boss will be killed with magic. Oh, I've speedrun this game before. Like, 6 times? Full game. But, which is, as you can tell, isn't much, but I have done a lot of practice, at the least, of the hard stuff. Like the dragon boss, which we will be seeing, and crying as he demolishes us based on disaster level ups, because that's 2 out of 2. Oh, I won't get Great Boss RNG. Oh, I won't. Great Boss RNG doesn't exist in this game. Most of the practice I have done, though, is on minimum stats, where I'm kept resetting until I got minimum stats on the level up. So that I practiced in harsh conditions, let's say. Because practicing in harsh conditions prepares you for easy mode. So you haven't seen much of the wonk hitboxes yet. But you will be seeing plenty of them soon. Because they're about to start. But first we have cutscenes, because cutscenes. Yeah, there's like, as far as boss RNG goes, there's some bosses that you manipulate to do a very specific thing over and over again, which isn't RNG, because it's just you're manipulating to do the same thing. And there's bosses that will attack you, and they will do the worst possible thing every time. It's just how it goes. East 5 is not exactly the bad one, because it is by no means the worst offender in the East series. It's just that this and the PS2 version are the only versions of East 2 or of East 5 that exist. And they're not very modern, let's say, compared to like how 3 has Ofen as a remake, which is far more polished. And then 4 has Memories of Salsata, for example. Whereas this doesn't actually have a modern remake just yet. The random level ups are indeed the clunkiest part, but at the very least, with the levels we do, The game is all completable. It's just the Dragon Boss will be really struggle. I mean, it'll be struggle anyway, because I've already had 2 bad level ups, but we will see. So there was a random burglar in our house, and he took something from this box. Something important to her. Oh, and this kid, this is the only text box in the game where you have to say no. Where you actually have to scroll to know. It's quite unfortunate. Most of them are defaulted to the one you want to do. That one, no such luck. Yeah, they were stealing some magical, alchemical artifact from her, I guess. Because her father was an adventurer and he found it somewhere. Is my best guess, from what little I remember of when I did play this on English patch. With the English patch. Ow. That hurt. Luckily it doesn't matter, because we get a heal before we next do our stuff. So yeah, jumping over enemies is an awkward little thing where jumping, because you can only move in 4 cardinal directions, and it doesn't slow you down at all to move diagonally. It's slower to move by jumping, technically, just because you move effectively half the speed. But enemy collision is a thing. But sometimes you just have to jump to get around it. It's just how it goes. So we come here and we visit, it's either Martha or Marsha, or something like that. And she teaches us how magic and these elemental stones work. And she fuses our fire, water, and earth ones together, which we got from NPCs up to this point. And it makes the Fire Blast spell the best spell in the game. By a lot. And she teaches us how to equip it to our sword. Because you have to equip your magic stones to your sword, because you can only use 3 at a time, although you can craft many more. So here's the magic system in this game. The 3rd bar starts at 0 and climbs to 100. When you're at 100, your next attack will use your magic. You build the magic bar by holding the R button, or you can abuse the system and tap the R button, because it has no cooldown on it. And it will fill way faster. And so by tapping attack and R, you can charge your magic pretty quickly and have attack on have magic on every attack. Oh my god, I didn't die. To 4. That's really unfortunate. Please say that was magic. Okay, good. Okay, so here's where you effectively get introduced to the difference between magic and sword levels. This game has 2 levels. 2 different ones. They're completely separate. They have their own EXP bar. And basically, when you level up with sword, you gain mostly physical stats. When you level up with magic, you gain mostly magical stats. Simple. And for the next boss, which is the only boss I will be using magic on, where is the other armor? Okay, I'll do it on the way. Just randomly disappeared. Yeah, next boss is like the only boss we can use magic on. So we won't level magic up for a while after this one. But it is incredibly useful for this boss. Useful enough for me to level it up. Because it makes the next boss die extremely quickly. I can't see where I'm going because of the shadows. Awkward depth perception. But it's fine. I'll quick save for this boss anyway. His stats are questionable. Here we find some bandits attacking a little girl. This little girl's name is Terra, which you may recognize from the previous run. But right now she's a little girl. And she's being attacked by bandits. And they ask for 9,000 gold. We're gonna be like, yeah, sure. Alright. We'll give you 9,000 gold, no problem. Which of course we don't have, because we're poor. No task to go in here. Quick save. The magic levels are also random, yes. Because this wouldn't be East 5 without random levels. And this is the boar. Well, I'll be fighting almost exclusively with magic. Sometimes my sword will land a couple hits as he goes past, but I believe there's a certain point where he can't go past as well. Yeah. Oh, he can hit me here. It's fine. So he can just kind of sit here, spam this. Ah, he's dead. Simples. But even if we kill him with magic, we get sword levels for killing a boss. 70. So we got one disaster level and one either bad or good level. Because it was 40 HP. So now we're on 3 disaster levels out of 4 that matter. Which is, exciting, I guess. For the record, our magic level was also disaster. But that doesn't matter. Yeah, safe spots against bosses. There's a few of them. But hey, what can you do? I ain't gonna complain. So here we talk to the elder of the woodcutting village, who says things in Japanese. But for whatever reason, that's a plot trigger. We just have to come out here and meet this guy. Who speaks more moon runes? I know, right? I'm pretty happy I only practice with disaster levels now, because I've only had one non-disaster level so far. I've only gained 130 HP and 4 sword and 1 magic level. It's just like, man, can I just catch a break? Well, we'll deal. We will deal. And by deal, I mean I'll grind a little extra and buy an extra heal potion for the dragon, because don't wanna die. Already died. That's as far as I'm gonna die, I think. And by think, I mean hope. So we just continue our streak of running straight past enemies, because they're pretty worthless to us. And we give this guy... No, we take the medicine from this guy, because that merchant was trying to deliver medicine to a cottage in the swamp. But he couldn't get through past all the monsters, so we will instead, because we're blatantly more capable. So we go in here, we give the medicine to the father. And pretty much nothing happens. So instead we go exploring the swamp. Cool. Surprised there he is. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. I always do this, because it feels like you're supposed to go this way. But you're really not. Because it brings this up. I should probably charge my magic as well. I am going to kill these, even though they're not particularly good EXP, because they are good money instead. Because these rubies and these gems that enemies drop, they are this game's money effectively. You trade them in at various merchants for varying rates depending on the merchant. Misplaced it. Oh, come on. As you can see, hitboxes and hurtboxes don't cooperate. I'm glad I could show it. The numbers on the screen are HP on the left, MP in the middle, which will almost never run out for the rest of the game. And as I explained earlier, my magic charge gauge, where when that is at 100, I can cast magic and build by either spamming or holding the R button. Spamming being way faster. I did press the switch, right? Yeah. Good. So we follow this raft, and surprise, we make it safely across. Because Adol has a reputation for doing that, right? And we shoot that, and here's the switch. I'm not sure how far we are allowed to be. But that's all we need to do. There was a switch over there, trust me. I'm a doctor. A doctor of fire blasts. Shame that I've actually lost some health. I think I'll go to the... Actually, I have to go to the cabin anyway, never mind. Because I have to get the code. Please die. Thank you. Rubies. Value money. We'll need a lot of money soon, TM. But, not for now. Nope. Can't do this yet. Have to examine the door first. Because apparently the kid can't recover from her sickness until we've looked at this door and found out that we can't get in. Plot triggers. For the record, the bar is obviously my health. So now the girl will be recovered. Hopefully she comes left. Yes, she moved left. She never moves left. So she told us a code, which is you have to go counterclockwise from the circle button. Well, not circle button, but whatever the button is on SNES. A, I believe? Yeah, it should be A. Circle button on my controller. Let's just leave it at that. And opens the door. And I'm gonna save, because I need health for this boss, because I have terrible level ups. So if I take a hit, I am just going to die. And try again. Well, I probably shouldn't, I guess. Not actually, yeah. I'll do it if I take 2 hits. I'll take 1. I'm willing to accept that. What I'm gonna do, whilst I have ignored these bats so far in the dungeon, I'm gonna kill this one because it's right in my face. Now we got to the end of the dungeon safely. We're safe. For the record, that other chest was another heal potion. Because we want that. I went the wrong way. Now his cycle is wrong. It's fine. It works the same on the other side. I should do. Yeah. So basically, you can manipulate this guy into doing this exact same thing over and over again. Where he does like a little grab attack. And then he changes form into the second form, which is infinitely more irritating, because whether these things hit you, these little things he drops, is all RNG. It's not a very fun time, but it looks like this boss is going fairly well so far. I've gotten a lot of hits in. There we go. So we got, like, I only took 2 hits from the little things that they drop, or it drops, whatever. Normally I take upwards of 4, and by the gods they hurt. But I ain't gonna complain. Not gonna complain one bit. And here we speak to Nido, who's like a water spirit, I guess. And she says things in moon runes. And some numbers that we understand, like 1,000 and 500. Presumably talking about Kefin, the alchemy city. And suddenly, huzzah, bandits are back. By the way, the kid was a bandit. I may have forgotten to say. Silly Terra. stealing the crystal from us. And they run away. And we lost the crystal. Unfortunate. All this work for nothing. Because that's never happened in an RPG before, right? I'm gonna save just in case, because this cave can kill you, technically. Even on the way back. I'd rather not fight the boss again. Yeah. But there is still something else we need to grab in this cave. Can you not? Alright. Be that way. Can you? Alright. Guess we're saving again. These enemies, man. I didn't actually know they leapt like that, to be honest. I thought they just ran at you. Yeah, because we want this one more chest. Get out of my way, please. Okay, I don't mind them if they're little, because they barely do any damage to you. Which is Nido's remedy. We want to sell this later, because it sells for a decent amount. That stops us having to kill a bunch more enemies that we otherwise would have to. And now we're done. And there's a random frog here now. And I don't understand why it appears. But I'm gonna kill it. It's for a bit money safety. Like, it's not there before we go into the dungeon. Either of the other 2 times we're on this screen. It just randomly appears. When you leave. For whatever reason. So yeah, now we're going back to the woodcutter's village, because we're done on this side of the world, effectively. Ow. Okay, that really hurt. Jesus. You'll see me save a lot more than I usually would, just because I don't want to lose the run, I guess. Pretty simple reason. And we don't care about this village anymore. We did everything here. And now is the most annoying part of the game, in my opinion. The first major grind. Well, we have to kill these little plant things. And they hit incredibly hard, and they poison you. And they have ranged attacks. They're just overall not incredibly friendly. Basically, I want to go until I level and then kill a couple more. Oh, I killed it. So I've killed a bunch, so I'm gonna, without taking too much damage, so I'm gonna save. Hello? Alright, I'm glad I saved. Apparently, game has other plans. Oh, come on, jump up there. You can do better than this, Adol. They can also poison you. Which we have one antidote, which I'm willing to use here because there's no other major places to use it. One H. No, there we go. It's fine. We'll die here. That's acceptable. This place is the worst bit of the game, in my opinion, by a lot. Because you saw me swing my sword at that thing like 6 times, and it just didn't take a hit from any of them. Because jank hitboxes. But it's okay. Because we saved. Okay, so we leveled, and there's one. I'll kill these 2 as well. Hopefully they won't poison me. They deal damage. Can you stop? Alright, there we go. We're done grinding. So now we're going to town. And we see this friendly looking large woman who asks us for 500 gold. And she'll give us some information. So she tells us that there's one of the stones that we're looking for in the ruins to the southeast. But we didn't have 500 gold to give her, so we didn't. She just took everything we had instead. Which is why we don't sell any of the gems until we see this cutscene. We go up here, we talk to this book. Yes, we're talking to a book. It tells us we need a key. For whatever godforsaken reason, we have to talk to the book to find out we need a key. Rather than just, you know, realizing that you need a key. And we come into this house and find this girl who will give us a key that we need to open the floodgates. You also forgot Origin in that chronology. Right, so I'm going to go into the item shop. And I will sell all of my little gems. Jesus, I'm poor. Hang on, I don't know how much gold I'm going to have left over. I will do the item shop afterwards, because I'm going to buy... I don't normally buy item potions here, or health potions here, but I will buy one. Because safety, because bad level ups so far. So I had enough for one extra. I also need to check my EXP. But there we bought a sword. Pretty big. Oh, that's why I'm so short on money. Of course. I didn't mean to talk to you yet. Can you... I was wondering why I was so low on money. Of course, because I didn't sell my sword. Sorry, I'll just sell it here, even though it sells for a little less here. Alright, buy a couple more. Because I'm going to have to buy up to 10 anyway. So I may as well just buy them here. Especially since they're actually technically cheaper here. Now, the run should be completely safe as long as I don't get greedy with keeping them. Which of course is famous last words. And is going to result in sadness for me. I just need to check my EXP real quick though. I got to do it whilst I was equipping. 1710? No, 2710 even. Because it is very important that I manage my EXP fairly well in the next dungeon. But that should just be fine. Like 2710, yeah. I probably should have killed one extra enemy, but it's fine. Should result in the same situation. Right, I'm gonna save at the beginning here, just in case. But nothing should go wrong, really. Which of course means everything's gonna go wrong, right? Oh yeah, and as you may notice, I now have a different sword swinging animation. There's at least 3 different types of sword swings, which is a thrust, a vertical slice, and a horizontal slice. We are now on the horizontal one, where before we were on the thrusting one. I do these switches in a very specific order, because it cuts out on animation times. Wow, these things are really, really doing damage. God, I don't believe that one just did 70. It's a sad time. Another somewhat interesting part about this game and its combat mechanics is there's what I think is probably a glitch, which I call the double DPS glitch, where sometimes the sword swing will hit twice as often. It's fairly consistent on some enemies, in some positions, and when they're facing certain directions. And other times, it is by no means anywhere near consistent. Like on these fire spirit enemies. But we deal. We deal. We're gonna save here, because may as well. So we ride another raft, and by golly, that's 3 boat rides Adol has been on that haven't crashed. We're on a roll. So I was wrong, I'm gonna have to kill 1 extra enemy on my EXP. Yeah, to get the correct EXP. Oh, there we go. There we go! So, I don't particularly want to use health potions on random enemies. I really should, just for that room though. Because that is one of the more dangerous rooms in the game, honestly. Just because you can't get them to spawn 1 by 1, no matter what you do. Or even 2 by 2. They will spawn. I promise. So, we'll try that again, this time with, ideally, less dying. By using an item, because as a little girl, I'm too scared to fight random fire spirits. Oh hey, they didn't spawn. I guess I lied. I guess if you go fast enough, they don't spawn. The ones on the other side. They don't spawn. Hello? Alright, so I got collisioned on there, where I couldn't move. Because I was holding up the entire time. But I was on top of the other enemy. And although my sword was overlapping the enemy, it just wasn't hitting the enemy. Which is, I'm sure you can imagine, not a very fun time. Oh well. But this is the reason, or this, in a couple of rooms is a reason, or is the reason that I didn't want to waste health potions before doing the boss. Which is, there is going to be a free heal coming up. And it's a trap. But these enemies aren't immensely difficult, for the most part. Unless they put their back against the wall, then they're immensely difficult. Because you can't hit them unless you're from behind or the sides. That went kind of well though. Because those two just kind of grouped up for me. There we go. Well, that went relatively decently. Yeah, come on. Sometimes you see a sword go straight over their head, and it doesn't hit them. So that room gives you a free heal. Because it's a safe zone, technically. So this is the extra enemy I'm going to kill, because I'm pretty sure I need an extra one. Because I am 18 EXP down, I only have 16 to spare. And I want to level as late as possible to maintain as much health as possible. And here, it's another trap. Just kidding. It's really not. That one's not a trap. Platforming. Because this game's platforming is the best. It's okay though, this isn't nearly as bad as later. Those jumps are actually kind of tight, by the way. That's why I took them a little slowly. Rather than just going ham. And he runs past, we can ignore him. It doesn't mean anything to us. We don't need the free heal anymore either. Ah, damn. I didn't need an extra kill. Oh well, it's fine. The other one shouldn't get in my way anyway. Just in case. Safe. Even though I'm going to save in a little bit anyway. But you know. And from this chest we get the powering. It increases your attack power by 20%. Which is quite a bit. And we'll be using this for the rest of the game. And I'm going to save. This is the hardest boss. By a fair amount. Because his hitbox is gigantic. And the chance of you hitting him without him hitting you, as you can see, is kind of low. Kinda low. So you just hit trade with him, like all fight, and it gets kind of annoying because you can't out DPS him, really. There we go, he didn't hit me for once. Oh yeah, his hitbox is also extremely awkward. It's not the head, not quite. It's like the tip of the head. Because they couldn't just make his entire head the hitbox. And it's just it's not a fun time. You can see. Just at the very least, you can tell which one he's coming out of in advance. I wish he would stop going to the close ones after those phases. Because you can sort of chase him down because he always goes in a straight line. This attack lags the hell out of the game, even on console. But it looks like we're fine. He's almost dead, I'm pretty sure. Such lag. There we go, and he's dead. Dragon is down. This is on minimum stats, and 1 health potion, which is what you're quote-unquote supposed to have here. This guy is not a pushover by any means. As I say, he just hit trades far too well with you. And you just don't have the health or defense to tank him with awful level ups. Which my level ups are still bad, they're just not awful. So now we see these two people plotting in the night. Because plot evil. Etc. I wish I could tell you exactly what they're saying, but they are speaking in the moon runes. We come back to Keegal's house, and her either father or grandfather, I think it's her grandfather, was the one who was exploring the ruins. He's the guy we ran straight past because we didn't care. And she gives us a note from a man named Stan, one or t'other. And it scrolls nice and slowly. Because the text didn't scroll slowly enough already, right? They had to have more slow scrolling text that scrolls slower, that you can't speed up in any way. But Stein or Stan is the father of the item shop girl whose name eludes me. But he disappeared completely a while ago, I guess. But he was researching and trying to explore Kefin, the lost city. So we take the note and go, because screw being a good person. But Mr. Employer here comes and he's like, yo, you should do these things. Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not entirely remember where. Oh, right, yeah, okay. There we go. Makes sense that I forget this part because I wish it didn't exist. Next two parts are not a fun time, let's say. Because first we have the ascent up this mountain, which has a bunch of these enemies. Which would be fine if there wasn't a specific screen that's gonna jip us a little bit. It's gonna completely be like, nope, sorry. Just, we can't have that. It's gonna make me a sad panda. Which is this one. Okay, I didn't lay down. They knock you down pretty often. Who knows why, but there's no escaping them. Other than, like, standing still and slashing at them. But that's slow. So I'd rather not. But next we come in here to the inn. You don't really need to, but here is a silver coin, which is just a collectible that you can sell for 4,000 in most shops, I believe. No real need for me to save here, but I will just in case. And here's the waterfall, with the loud waterfall noise. Anyone who's played this game probably doesn't like this place much. But, okay, never mind. Easy trick did not work. Because I jumped from too low a spot because depth perception is hard. Okay, so this is the waterfall with the incredibly loud noise that everybody who's played this game probably remembers and dislikes. There we go. Well, there is a trick, which is you can input buffer a jump. And you can jump out of the water once upon falling into it. It's a snazzy little trick that effectively allows you to skip this entire screen by doing that. So that's your snazzy little trick for not giving any hoots about the waterfall area, because it sucks. But basically, if you jump and then let go of your jump button, you can just hold jump and you'll jump on the first frame that you land. Pretty handy. Because back when I was trying to mash that, it was the least consistent thing I had ever seen. Except maybe Final Fantasy 1 PSP. Speedrun. But now that I know about input buffering, easy mode. Alright, I guess I'm saving. Since these things do not enjoy my company. Now, we welcome to the jungle, where trees attack us, and it is difficult to know where to go. This place is honestly quite mazy, and on your first playthrough you're likely to get lost, because lots of the screens loop on themselves and such. What? East 5's soundtrack is amazing. That's not odd at all. Like, if you put it side by side with the other ones from its date, the other games from that came out around the same time, it's just as good or better than them, so... Like, sure, if you compare it to the more recent ones, it sounds very, very different. And less, clean, I guess. But that's like, I mean, it's a SNES game. It's bound to happen. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some terrible, terrible tracks in this game. But most of it's fairly good. So here we speak to Sahasrara, who I call Sahasrara because I do not remember his name for the life of me. And he reminds me of the guy from A Link to the Past, who I believe is called Sahasrara. Something similar to it. And here is Spooky Ghost reminiscing about his Spooky Ghost death, where soldiers were attacking him as he protected this waifu over there. I guess I kind of didn't point out the fact that we kind of have a Spooky Ghost basically possessing us for the entire game. But yeah, that's been a thing. We've seen him a few times now. He's reminiscing about that one time he died. And then morning comes and Adol comes out. He's like, yo, you should sleep, spooky ghost bro. And now we get to face a trial from Sahasrara. But first we save. Because these tornadoes, as you can see, I'm just gonna take the death now. Because can't really afford to take a hit from any of them. They really, really hurt. I moved too slowly in this screen, so I missed the cycle. Where I have a very specific movement to get through here. And here we pick up the gold coin, sells for double that of the silver coin. I forgot about that one. Alright, so there's the tornadoes. I'm gonna save just because don't want to deal with them again. And here is Spooky Bee Room. I hate this room because in testing I have had to kill anywhere from 10 to infinite amount of bees to open the way. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be 10. But my experiences suggest otherwise, because I have sat here for upwards of 60 bees and still not seen the rock open before. Alright, there we go, it opened. Might as well just kill another one. It's funny that I'm saving so much during this section, because the screens are like actually fairly kill you heavy. But the boss that I'm about to fight really isn't. Here's a mini boss. Spooky wizard guy. Ah, I missed it. Damn, I'm facing the wrong way. Basically, you can loop this guy really, like, well, if you get into a very specific position, which is down and to the right of him, and then you have to face left. And you can get the double DPS glitch, which interrupts his teleports. And you can do it until he dies, theoretically, but I struggle to get past 3 hits most of the time. That's a dodgy spot. Okay, we killed him. I should have enough health for the boss without having to heal, but I'll save just because I'm going to try and not heal, and if it kills me then sad times. Because this is easy mode, where we just walk up to him, face away, and swing. Basically, facing away ensures we get... Wow, he's never done that attack before. Facing away ensures we get backstab damage. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Yep. Wow. It's because he did an attack I've never actually seen before. Where he hit me twice. Because the tornadoes that he just did only hit you once. Oh wow, that enemy respawned. That's interesting. Ah, frick. I'm too close. Yeah, most of his attacks just only hit you once. And this one normally doesn't hit you at all, but for some reason it hit me last time. Yeah, this is easy boss number 1. There'll be another one. Don't you worry. But as you can see, like, normally you just kind of sit there and swing at him whilst jumping and he dies for free. The entire area before him is infinitely less, or infinitely more threatening than the boss itself. Which is okay, I guess. I ain't complaining. So here, normally what I do is leave the house, but instead, I'm gonna do what you're supposed to do here. And I'm just gonna speak to him, because this is how you progress the plot. Normally what I do is I leave the house, and then 2 steps away from the house, I realize that you're supposed to speak to him to progress the plot. Because he gives you a raft back, because there's no way back the way we came. There was a thing we jumped down from earlier, and we couldn't go back just before the forest. Absolutely no way at all. So instead, we get on this raft, and we go down this raging river. And we sail straight past this town. And then we sail a little further, and surprise! On our 4th boat trip of the game, disaster strikes. Because Adol's never had this happen to him before, right? Right? He gets blown off his quote-unquote ship. And he washes up on a beach/desert in this case, but basically a beach, right? And he gets found by a girl. Surprise! Not an easy game at all. No sir. But this is Felte, or Felt. Desert town, because obligatory desert area. I need to remember to actually do all the things before I leave this town. Right, so I have to go into one of the shops to sell some shizzle in my bizzle, which would be a gold coin and a silver coin for 12,000 gold pieces. I'm gonna speak to this guy and we're gonna buy the desert mantle, which for some reason is a plot point or a plot trigger, even though you never have to equip it, and we're never going to equip it because it's more effort than it's worth. Basically, all it does is it stops the tiny damage over time in this area, which, as you can see, is insignificant at best. So we save this old guy. Oh yeah, another random plot trigger was speaking to the guy at the entrance of that town. For whatever reason, they make us do that. I don't know. Sue me. I didn't design the game. And it turns out that this is Savvy Girl's Pops. And he wonders what went on. And he's like, yo, but you didn't. And we're like, oh, but we did. So now we speak to him to obtain something called the Surge Eye, I believe is what they called it in the English patch. The unofficial one. Hell if I know what it would actually translate into. This one, we actually do have to equip through the item menu. Because, true to East Game fashion, you have to equip some items, or accessories, through the item menu, instead of the equip menu. Because, watch it. I go straight back into the desert, and you'll notice that it is darker. Which doesn't seem to mean anything just yet. You'll notice you can also see the sandstorm. If you go over here, you'll notice there's a sort of path through the sandstorm. And this is the way you have to go. I've tried a lot to get through that path without having the Surge Eye. I'm pretty sure it's impossible. Now we get spooky, chilling music, which we really won't hear for very long because we're just gonna leave. To dungeon time. We need to kill 4 of these at the start here. These armor things. So we just need to refresh the room once. And then we'll kill some more to get levels on the way down. And money, for that matter. Because we also need money for another sword in a bit. I don't normally kill that, but it shouldn't mess with anything. I didn't mean to reset the room again. It's fine though, because all I have to do is jump down here. It's just a bit of time loss. Just wasn't thinking very straight. We fall down here. We don't fall down that. Can you not? So that's one. Wow, I leveled very, very early. Well, that's fine. I have to kill them all anyway, because I need the money. Presumably because I killed the death ball thing. So I ended up with an entire extra kill VXP. Although they give less EXP than the armors. And they give far less money. Hello? Hitbox? Thank you. That's the last one we kill. Doesn't really matter if that hits us. Next boss is easy boss number 2. Where there is a very, very consistent nip for this boss. Because AI is a good thing that they didn't really consider when they made this game. Where if you stand slightly to the left of this guy and attack him from above, he is not in range to use his spooky confuse actual hurting attack. So he just continues to shoot these balls at you, which realistically you can just tank them because they only do 20 damage. I prefer to block them generally just because swag, but you do actually have to time your swings on this boss though. If you just mash it out, you will lose a fair amount of DPS. But as you can see, good AI is good. He continues to use his weakest attack that does like 20 damage to you, because you are out of range of all of the others. And yet you can still hit him. Finally a good level! 50 HP. Like an actually good level. That's the first one. All the other ones have been mediocre or worse. So on the way up we need to cast magic on 3 of the armor enemies to gain a few magic levels. Because we're at the point I didn't equip my sword with magic. Huh. There we go. Yeah, I forgot to equip it, because... Whoops. As you can see, we do very little damage. It doesn't matter, because we leveled up a bunch of times there. So now we'll do way, way more damage, as you can see. Level up a couple more times again. And we just need to kill one more. This is the wrong way. This way. That is the last one. So we should be magic level 8 now, I believe. Hello? And our sword level is 12 or 13. I believe 12. Get spooky music again. Which we again don't hear for very long, because we just leave. Now we go back to town. Easiest way back to town, fastest way back to town is just get blown away by a sandstorm. And Mr. Father-in-law greets us and gives us a key to the inn's basement in the first town. Which we will be needing soon, TM. And we make our way back through the Felte Wilderness. Now these weird ass mouth enemy things are more grabby type enemies, like the trees, which you didn't actually see. I guess I'll demonstrate. Here we go. They grab you, and they take a long time with the animation. It's not a very good time. But most of them are not particularly difficult to avoid. The one that is difficult to avoid is the one bottom right of me here. Because sometimes it just grabs you, there's nothing you can do. But we pop in here real quick, and we unequip our sword so that we can sell it. And here is the next shop. Hopefully I have enough money. Okay, I do. Good. I buy the 40,000 sword. And enough health potions to knock an elephant out. AKA 10, because that's the max we can carry. Oops. And we equip our sword, and we equip our magic. Not that we... Actually, yeah, we do need the magic, never mind. Because we need to level it up later. And we continue on our way back to the first town. across this bridge, which conveniently the plot warps us back from here. We don't have to find our way back ourselves. Unfortunately for casual players, they might not know the way to that bridge, and they end up exploring, trying to find the way back there later, and never find it because, well, glitch. I wonder if that video glitch happened on the, on the stream as well, because that was... This room is very glitchy all the time, to be honest, when it's scrolling. Never seen it quite that bad. But you know, what can you do? Now we get to see more schemers. As they plot our downfall and plot to steal the crystals and alchemy stuff. Now he comes to the item shop to see if girly friend is around. And there's a dagger hanging a note to the wall. So we're like, wow, how rude. Town's a dangerous area now, and these soldiers will swing their swords at you. But we ignore them all, as standard. Adol has indeed fallen off of a boat. Grab this chest, which contains a Salsatan Panacea, which fully restores your HP and MP. Which effectively equates to fully restores your HP, because I have 312 MP and I use 2 per cast. I'm never going to run out of MP. We'll just kill these 3 enemies along our way, because they're fairly good EXP and they're kind of in our way. Now we get more cutscenes, surprise, where the bandit friends have been kept in a cage. And surprise, surprise, this is an East game after all. The wall gets crushed. Even though it's not Dogi, we're still crushing walls here. Yes, sir. Awkward jump. Okay, I made it. No East trope left unturned. We just go through here, and we see these people. And they've got Mrs. Item Shop girlfriend person. And we're like, yo, what the hell? Give her back. Evil music happens. And long cutscene here. It takes about 4 minutes. Ish. I think 320. I timed it once, but you know, it's all good. So they paralyze us and they pick us up and walk away, and they take us, or these people escape on a boat, I guess. But Martha, or Marsha, asks them for help because they need to save us because we are super important. We are the only hope, I guess. Because realistically, who else is going to save the world but Adol? Let's be real. Here is the room of longest cutscene. But he has to do these, one by one, really slowly. You just don't need to input anything. We're just gonna wait for Dorgan to... Or is it Dorman? One or t'other. Just put the crystals on these magical super alchemy pillars. One by one. Nice and slow. Alright, we're finally free. From not having to mash. Now we get to mash the rest of the cutscene, because there's still cutscene left. Plenty cutscene left. But one of them... Anytime now. Alright, just kidding. Spooky waves of magic. Okay, now one of them... is fake. Gasp. Doesn't just seem a bit dated, it is kind of dated. Complete with weird collision and hitbox and hurtbox mechanics to go with it. And she takes out 2 soldiers with 1 crossbow bolt that goes straight through them. And doesn't kill Martha on the way through. Who is stood directly between them in a straight line. No problem. And cutscenes happen, and spooky, and... quiet and stuff. And here is a boss which does a lot of damage, frankly. He really hurts. No other way of saying it, really. I'm just gonna walk up here real quick, and then we're both gonna move up. Ah. Yeah. Where's my 60 damage rolls? There they are. Right, just gonna respawn them. Did we finish the phase already? Alright. Alright, so one heal potion for the first phase isn't so bad. It's, in fact, average. So now we have to do a little different thing to get them to group up. Which is pray to the RNG, basically. Hello? There we go. Now that we're grouped, we can kill them at the same time. These ones, once they die, I believe, stay dead, though. Okay, he's got a few attacks he can do here. This one really hurts. But is, overall, not so bad. There's one attack which destroys a part of the floor, which is beyond frustrating. And is one you never really want to see. Actually, I don't really need. Ah, he also has this attack, which you can't attack him during, because he's still up there. Oh, he's doing it again. What, bro? Calm down, please. Thank you. Alright, we killed him. Hurrah! I don't have to use any health potions at all. I would actually say more people started with Ghana than with the Pishtim. Because most people, frankly, started with PC. Everyone who started on console pretty much started with the Pishtim though, because it was big and it looked good, more accurately. Like, you look at 5 and you look at 6. Like, this is 5's first release, and you look at 6's first release, and it's like, it looks good. But basically, they take the crystals, the real one this time, and they open mysterious I Cancer portal to Kefin, and they take their hostage with them. Back before I invented the attack button. Please. So we leave, because there's nothing we can do. They took our waifu and they took her through a cancer eye portal. And there's absolutely nothing we can do because it closed behind them. And suddenly, it shakes. Oops, this way. And we have to escape the spooky place of Spooky. Why didn't you get down there? I was holding down right. Please. And it looks like I fell down there, but that is the way to go. Yes. Press the switch. And we have to go all the way around and fall down again. And now we can get through here. There's a door opened. Ta-da! And then suddenly, diagonal white lines that cut the bridge in straight vertical lines. And we fall, because falling down a hole and cheating death is another one of the things to check off your East game checklist. And here, she gets attacked by a monster, and we casually walk up and slay it, but that is a unique, rare monster that you never see anywhere else in the game. So, presumably, we just extincted an entire species just to save a stupid little bandit girl. Fell down a hole with us. Because, like, those things are rare enough to not even exist. So, yeah. Just casually extincting things. No problem. Now we get to run all the way back to Felte and the Kefin Shrine. It is indeed Terra, as a stupid little bandit girl, who makes us extinct egg bears. Yes, extincted. Hey, that's a word. I promise. Don't look it up though. promise it's a word. No need to look it up. My word should be all you need to trust. I mean, sure, they are in the underground of a shrine that had long since become decrepit, but, I mean, why did we have to slay him, man? He reminds me of my friends, the egg bears. Don't grab me. Alright, didn't grab me. Good job. Don't grab me. Alright, didn't grab me. Good job. Don't grab me! Ah, you bastard. That's the only unintentional one that I got grabbed by. I grabbed by one earlier to demonstrate it, because I thought I was gonna make it for a run without getting grabbed once. Oh well. Indeed, Adol extincted everyone who insisted it wasn't a word. Except you, apparently. Maybe Adol has some extincting to do. And we enter this town and we condemn it to even more sadness by drowning it in sand, because it only happens when we trigger the plot trigger to come here. Yeah, but they never go extinct. That was the only one in all of Kefin. I promise. There's not another one no matter how hard you look. Not a boss. Not an enemy. Not even a picture. It's gone. It's a legacy. Dead forever. And here, there is another portal of eye cancer to the city of Kefin. So we go into this one, because there's blatantly a back door. Well, of course there's a back door, rather. But really, why did they have to make the texture for these eye cancer portals so eye cancer inducing? Like, really now? Look at them. Look at it, dude. Platinumed Lightning Returns, Dan's game. Hey man, maybe that egg bear only attacked Terra to prolong the existence of its species. Or maybe it was a pregnant female. Come on, man. Maybe that creature was going to be the cure to eye cancer. Because we're going to have a lot of that in these portals. So anyway, here's the city of Kefin, casually, now that we're here. The intro to this song is damn amazing. Damn amazing. And I'm glad we get to hear it so much, because the rest of the song is overwhelmingly mediocre. But here's where the rest of the game takes place. One large dungeon. Because East game. Where am I going? Not the right way. That's where. But there is, at the very least, a town. And now we have to wait for these bells to ring, these stupid NPCs to go into the church or whatever it is. So yeah, we have to wait for the NPCs to start moving. If we try and enter any sooner than that, they'll just be like, no, you can't go in. But as soon as they start moving, and we try and go in, this guy's like, yo, you shouldn't go in there, you'll die. And we get another one of these slow scrolling cutscenes of sadness. But it's okay, because we're used to it by now. At least the music's good though. He says as it disappears. Okay, the mail doesn't count. Liz. So we get taken to a resistance hideout randomly. Because they randomly trust us. For some reason. I keep holding the down direction while skipping this text, which is a bad idea, because it will automatically switch you to no, and you will have to speak to the people again to say yes, because but I must. So we casually stroll out of the resistance base, because, you know, we don't really like these guys anyway. Right, this way. Boo, 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 boo. What the hell just hit me? You'll hear the intro to that song and not the rest of it a lot. Which is good, because the rest of it is mediocre. So we enter this tower that we couldn't go into earlier. Because plot triggers have been triggered. But these guys coming behind us and they're like, yo, we got him. That was a trap. But then suddenly, Shazam, it was a double trap. But they don't unlock the doors for us or anything. Which they do, because we can go out now. But, you know, they didn't actually unlock them or anything. It was just unlocked the entire time. Can you die? Hitboxes, please. Oh my gosh, that's one. Actually, there's no point in me even counting. Normally I have to kill 15 here. My EXP has been off all run. So I'm not even going to bother counting. Just have to kill until I level. And then kill 2 more with magic. Believe? Or is that later? It might be later. No, actually it should be now. Hello? Die! Oh yeah, we've started extincting people now, by the way. Because, you know, they got on our bad side. For the most part, we've just been killing monsters and demons and what have you. We had enough of that. So we pull this lever, but it's a trap. Surprise. No, he's gonna shoot me. Don't do it. Alright, we dodged. So here we picked up a shield. Best shield in the game. Pretty good. I'm not gonna equip it just yet. We don't need it. I'll equip it for the next boss, but don't need it right now. We're too manly for that. Hang on, let me check if I need to do magic. Here, or later. I think here is fine. I'll just do it here. Screw it. Just level me. Thank you. Whoops, I should have equipped my shield first. Oh. Alright, and here we get our awesome shield, which gives us like 50 defense. No problem. Alright, yeah, I need to do magic. Yep. This is the last magic grinding we do in the entire game. Are you... Hitboxes, please. And that's all the magic grinding we do in the game. For the rest of the game. Save again real quick, just because we can. This boss isn't particularly threatening, but I don't want to tempt fate. So I will not. I will kill this guy. Or girl, midget thing. I really cannot tell what this sprite is supposed to be. It's like the one sprite in the game where I can't tell if it's an old man with a mustache, a young girl, or something else. But she has eye fire, so it's okay. we get the 1-up by taking the hostage back before we kill the enemy. But we're adult, so we decide to kill the enemy anyway. Wow, are you kidding? Okay, so what you can do here is you can loop it forever, pretty much. It's just really difficult to do. There we go. Easy boss. Easy boss. But that's only because she dies so quickly. It's not like her attacks are actually relatively threatening. It's just, you know, we are broken now, so like the rest of the game really isn't all that challenging. Not to beat anyway. To go fast is a completely different matter because stupid wizards, no, stupid Gandalf, Dumbledore, etc. Because they are tricky. So we get met by Mr. Resistance guy, and he tells us to go to a place. So we go there. The 000 is your magic charge level. Tapping or holding the R button increases it. But magic's not all that great in this game because you can't use it on bosses except like one boss. So we don't bother. The only reason we get magic levels at all is because they do technically give you stats. They do give you strength, but just not much. They don't give you any defense though, and they sometimes give you HP. And they like give you magic defense as well. But honestly, I don't know the difference between physical and magical attacks in this game. I don't know which ones are magical and which ones are physical at this point. This is Orwell. He's bro. Enough that I remember his name. And this text scrolls really fucking slow. Like why is it slow? I mean, the magic in this game isn't actually so bad. It's just this game comes down to fighting bosses. And like, oh right, yeah, you have to speak to this guy. And realistically, bosses aren't particularly threatening in this game. Like, at all. We get cool intro to music again as we go into the super secret base for the first time. Again, we only hear the intro to the music. We will hear, like, some more of the track eventually, I promise. But for now, we just go this way. And over here, we're gonna fight the second of these mage guys. The big, brawny mummy guy. But instead, just kidding, Stein jumps down from the roof and slices him clean in two for us, because he's a bro. Like, what a bro, dude. Just kills an entire boss for us. No questions asked. Does it in one hit. Why can't he go finish the rest of the game for us instead? Unless that guy had like 1 HP. Because plot. So they explain a bunch of stuff about 4 switches in southeast, southwest, etc. We get the switch key, and we get to go fight 4 magical wizards to press the switches. That's about the extent of the plot I have managed to glean from this cutscene. So, we're gonna go to the northwest one first, and we're gonna go clockwise. For a very specific reason. Very, very specific reason. Two very specific reasons, in fact. But the second one is less important. The first one is way more important. And that is the first one that we do, the northwest switch, has the best sword in a chest, just next to it. We could have come and gotten this sooner, but it's out of the way and we don't really need the next sword for what we just did. Instead, we'll just grab it now. And we don't need magic anymore, so we don't need to equip our magic on the sword or anything. We just have to equip the sword. I haven't saved in a while, I probably should. So there's my sword. And here's my save. And here's a switch. Now these wizards are like the other wizard, where if you attack them from a certain spot, you can loop them, potentially forever. But it's a nightmare, apparently. I can generally do 3 pretty consistently, like get 3 hits each time. But sometimes, nope. Nope. Ow. Now. This isn't the way. So that's one wizard dead, one switch press. Now we're going to see more of these explodey things, and I will kill them the other way, which I did not demonstrate earlier, which is walking into them without giving a single care in the world. I'm going to do this because this part isn't particularly threatening. It's faster to just kill them like this than to care about actually trying to chop them or anything. Alright, we got more than 3 at least. I have demonstrated the fact that you can do more than 3. I am happy. And then I accidentally got hit. Problem is, if you do get hit by one of these, as you saw, you do get knocked to the left. And for whatever reason, the back of these enemies, because enemies take double damage from backstabs, is to the right of them. So if you stab them left, you deal double damage than if you stab them right. Who knows why? And because they always push you to the left, you end up doing half damage if you get hit at all, if you take any hits from them. See? Bump system, Chrono. It still exists in this game, just only on one type of enemy. And they die in one hit every time, and you always take damage. So it doesn't really exist, but that's the best you're getting. You can't afford to be picky. Here we get the best armor in the game, which we really don't need right now. I'll equip it in a bit. This one's the trickiest one because you have to jump in a very specific spot here to be able to land there. And I missed. Sad times. I got there in time, but I just missed the sword swings. Completely. Like a professional. We're just going to attack him once up there, because, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're just... Can you stop? like seriously, can you just stop? This is like the most annoying one by far, because there's a lot of platforming in this room that you can potentially have to do if he teleports around and stuff. It's just not very fun. Oh, get out of my way. Yeah, you'll notice you see a lot of enemies that we've actually already seen before, although they're all different types of those same enemies, more powerful ones that give us more tasty experience. This one can be annoying, but only if he goes in the direct middle spot. That's because if he's in the direct middle spot, you can't attack him from the left or the right, so you can't loop him at all. You just have to attack him once and hope it kills him, like that. See, that was a demonstration that I almost looped him for his entire health bar. But, alas, I did not loop him for his entire health bar. And after we do the switches, I believe we go this way. I'm pretty sure we have to go back to the town. Yeah, because this is when I, Oh yeah, I guess I should equip my armor. Not particularly important right now, but I'll forget if I leave it any later. And here, I am going to sell a couple excess things. to get them out of my inventory, mostly. So that they are not in the way when I try and heal later. Now we go back into the super secret base hidden behind a bookshelf in the inn. Is it a bookshelf? Or is it a shelf? 2 shelves. Alright, I stand corrected. Because who would ever think to look behind 2 shelves? It's not common at all, is it? Now yeah. Cutscene time. More cutscene time. So, there's only a few bosses left in the game. And like 4 more other enemies. They can be some of the trolliest bosses in the game though. Well, the first 2 can. The last one is not very trolly at all, to be honest. Just hits really hard, so you just have to press the heal potion button fairly often. I'm curious how bad my pace is. It must be awful. Like, truly awful. I have died a lot. I've gotten very bad level ups. I've had 1 awesome level up, a bunch of disaster level ups. I did some extra safety stuff, which caused extra menuing time. So we're probably on track for like a 210. Or so. I don't know though. We'll see. Don't have my splits going or anything, so... The power of bad RNG. And some deaths. Ah, scrolly text. Please go away. Cutscenes, please. I tell you, if this game had cutscene skips, this would actually be a very good speedrun. Honestly. Just because there is like lots of optimization tricks. It's just like... Damn, dude. Can't even. There's like 45 to 50 minutes of cutscenes in this game, and it's only a 2-hour speedrun. Can you... NPC, please. Alright. Cool. That... Like, I've had NPCs block me before. But that one generally doesn't. So now we go back into super secret base, I believe? Should be. We do 1 last raid on that place. Because why not, right? Think of all the fun times we had there. We went there, and then Stein killed a boss for us. Such fun times. Certainly not me. I am already over the world record right now. Oh, can you please? Ah, collision.
Surgeon, no. Step.
So there was a super secret door in the super secret base that we couldn't go through last time. Which is over here, because it was locked. But we can now. So we will. Ow. Well, this place isn't particularly complicated. There's just like a couple of corridors and some dead ends. Go through this door. We tricked this by using the jump buffer. Normally what happens with those is when you step on certain tiles, it rains rocks on you. But you have to actually be on the floor for a certain amount of time for it to happen. So by using the jump input buffer trickerino that we used on the Waterfall Reno, we don't get any boulder-renos falling on our headerino. Because it can't, the game can't register that we hit the ground in time. And we peace out. We get more scrolling text. I want cutscene skips. Or a modern remake. One or t'other. Or both. But yeah, like this speedrun shouldn't be much longer than like East 1 or 2. I'm not sure which, but it shouldn't be any longer than one of those. But it really is. Hear a car alarm going off. In case you hadn't noticed, scrolling text is still going. We're free! Alright, that was one of the last long cutscenes, so I'm okay now. I have had enough of complaining about the cutscenes, don't worry. I'll still complain about one. But for now, we're done. Also, Ace 5 has a few runs. Has more runs than most of the other speedruns that I run. Most of those only have 1 or 2. Well, actually no, I guess one of them has... The other one that has 2 only has 3 now. No, 4. It used to be one of my more run games. Because there's 3 runs of this. After I have a run. Which I already have a run, but I didn't submit it anywhere because, Jesus Christ, it was terrible. So, I lied. There's actually one more decent length cutscene, but this one isn't nearly as long as that last one, so it's okay. So this time they let us go in, because we switched the switches. Which probably did something to their machinery, I guess? Pretty sure there's been somebody do a speedrun of Dana already. In Japan. Or Reno. Because... that's what they do. Probably not very optimal yet, but... there's at least one that exists, I'm pretty sure. Over on the old Nico. So the first time they scan us, and it's like, yo. Cool. This time they try and absorb us. It spins us a bit, it's a tiny bit dizzy. But we don't mind. Just a bit dizzy. Doesn't kidnap us or anything. It's like, gasp, we really needed to do that to convince these people what was happening. We couldn't have just raided the place in the first place. Oh well. Also, these hiccups are going to drive me mad. Suki doesn't really have the time to do Dano runs though, to be honest. As much as he really wants to. So, bit more bump. Bump. And bump. And we have milked them for their EXP. Tasty, tasty. Which way do I go? I think it's the right. Yep. Okay. Good. I went the right way. Wow. Rude. Alright, so we got that. This guy. No, I accidentally picked up the... Yeah, it's okay. And there's our last level up that we'll get from random enemies. Nice tasty 760 HP. That's not actually too bad, I guess. But I think most of my HP was gained from magic levels, so... Still unfortunate strength gain. Oh well. Alright, and now we get most potentially irritating but generally not too bad boss. Where if he teleports around a bunch, sad times. But if he does any other attacks, we can just kind of jump over him and stab him in the back. There we go. Right, let's heal. He does hit kind of hard, but we don't care that much. Let's be real. Why are you facing that way? Please. Oh, I can't reach him. This has actually gone reasonably well, this fight. It started off really bad, but... It got pretty acceptable. Didn't teleport around too much. I've seen him teleport around for like 20 seconds straight before, so... Yeah. He can most certainly troll you. Alright, yeah. There's a couple more rooms first. Let's forget about this room here. It's like, there's one room between that boss and this bit. And it's just like, it just seems kind of pointless. And here is Mysterious Evil Machine. Number 1. Number 2, I guess. Since there was the other one that sort of converted people into raw mana to keep Kefin immortal, I suppose. Maybe. And here is Mr. Spooky Ghost, who is here to take us back in time for random time travel section. Which is, honestly, it's really, really out of nowhere. And honestly, this doesn't add immense amounts to the game. I think they removed it from the PS2 version. Like, the whole storyline behind Spooky Ghost Guy and Forrester and that stuff. I could be wrong. But awesome time travel stuff goes on now. As soon as this cutscene of taking people out of the place is finished. Because... cutscenes. Actually forgot about this one. Not gonna lie. No. Didn't skip text. Music too catchy. So we, let's wait for them to evacuate everyone. Except us, of course. Because we don't need to be evacuated. We're too good for that. We're also too busy time traveling. From Mr. Spooky Ghost Man. Oh, here we go. You can tell we've moved back in time because it is SNES's version of Sepia? Sepia? Which actually equates to yellow. Oh god, I missed one. Oh well. Well, we kill the soldiers that killed our spooky ghost friend by travelling back in the past. And so he stayed alive and did not ever become a spooky ghost. And that is all that happens there. Random time travel segment. I was not kidding when I said random. But oh well. Have I got movement? Oh wow. I thought this cutscene was longer than this one. Maybe I'm thinking of the one down here. Oh well, ain't complaining. Right, and now we save before we go in this door, because this door is spooky territory. Now this boss is the most consistently annoying boss. Because, man, there's a fast strap for it, but it is tight. Like, the tightest. It is... It's basically, there's a very simple strategy here. Which is, when you attack him... What on earth? I didn't even get the first attack? He just went straight into attack. He goes to the opposite side of the arena. And when he does, you can just kind of be there and attack him straight away. Oh, come on. Why'd you go that way? I hate this guy. There we go. Easy. Aww. That was easy for a bit there. I kept it going for a while. But basically, when he attacks, he just is completely invincible. Nothing we can do. Kind of annoying. But that actually went rather well, because I got a loop going horizontally for a while. Of course, the final level up we get is, of course, a disaster level. How hard could it be? How hard could it be? I really wish it was that easy. I've never gotten that loop, or any other loop for that matter, for the boss's entire health bar. I've gotten close. I've had to do 300 extra damage after doing the loops once. I've never been able to do it ever again. I've done that fight a good 70-80 times now to try and make it better. To try and get better at it. It's not happening. It's more precise than like Ace 1 Yogomu quick kill. Just super precise. And now, we get to fight the final boss. Suntium. And the start of the song sounds like Dancing Mad. Just for a little bit though. Up to about there. This boss kinda sucks. Landing hits on both of these things at the same time is really annoying. I don't know why. Like, sometimes I can do it easy as anything. But they share a HP bar, so you really want to land hits on both at the same time if possible. Just gonna play it safe with these health potions and do it early. Yeah, I already killed you. Come on, go to second phase. Basically, second phase is mostly the same thing at the beginning. Except they have individual health bars, and afterwards you actually have to fight the boss. Oh, he's doing that again. Yeah, it's not particularly difficult, but like getting damage of like sometimes you can get ridiculous amounts of damage, as you just saw. I got like 200. Sometimes you just can't even get like 70. And he hits kinda hard. And often. Not to say that the boss is difficult in any way. It is by no means difficult. That was badly placed. I couldn't really... He's in a really bad position. It's better for him to be in the middle, because then you can hit him both on the left and the right. Like when you're traveling to the left and the right. But sometimes you just can't. Sometimes he just doesn't want to be in the middle. Let me heal, please, game. Thank you. Right, we're almost done. And time. Hurrah! That was East 5, Lost Kefin, Kingdom of Sand. Thank you for watching. You are free to cut me whenever.